The South China Sea is one of the most important economic regions in the world. Why is it so important, you might ask? Well, it contains some of the world's most important shipping lanes. The main route to and from ports in the Pacific and Indian Oceans is through the Strait of Malacca, and then through the South China Sea. In fact, over 80% of all goods shipped from east to west and from north to south in Asia pass through the South China Sea. What kind of goods are we talking about? Well, oil and minerals generally move north out of the Gulf states, and manufactured goods such as textiles, electronics, and automobiles move south towards the major industrial and population centers of China, Japan, and South Korea. For example, tankers carrying 3 million barrels of oil per day from West Africa and the Middle East pass through the South China Sea on their way to China and Japan. China is heavily reliant on foreign oil, and more than 80% of its oil imports pass through the South China Sea. Without these imports, China's economy would grind to a halt. Likewise, the world's largest economy relies heavily on the South China Sea for its exports. Nearly half of all U.S. exports to Asia pass through the South China Sea. In 2017 alone, this trade was valued at over $1.5 trillion. So you can see why controlling the South China Sea is so important. The Chinese have been expanding their territorial claims in the region, and they've been doing so at an alarming rate. In the last decade alone, China has built 7 artificial islands and military outposts in the region, effectively giving them control of the South China Sea. The US is obviously not happy about this, and they've been taking steps to push back against China. In recent years, the US has conducted several freedom of navigation operations in the region. These are operations designed to challenge China's territorial claims in the South China Sea. China sees these operations as a provocation, and they've responded by conducting their own military drills in the region. This has led to tensions rising in the South China Sea, and there are fears that an incident could occur that would disrupt the important trade in the region. This is why it is so important that we understand what is happening in the South China Sea and why it matters to all of us. Thank you for watching.